your Vegan Punk Pinup with another episode of York and Spoon. Today we are going to make a really easy salad dressing, but this is a dressing that's traditionally containing eggs. We're making Caesar salad dressing, and this is a really good recipe. I've had friends come over for dinner and tell me how much they love this, ask for the recipe. And the other day I had a friend who didn't really want to come over. She was having a rough night and said, I think I'm gonna stay home, thanks for the offer. And I said, but I'm making my Caesar salad dressing, and she came. So that's what I'm gonna show you to make. It's definitely a recipe to share with friends or hide for yourself. So all we're gonna do is start with a 1/4 cup of water, and I have that in my measuring cup here. And I am actually, because I don't enjoy doing dishes and I'm not sure anybody enjoys doing dishes, I'm gonna use this as my mixing bowl and add all the other ingredients right into my measuring cup. Here I have a 1/4 cup of tahini. If you're not familiar with tahini, it's sesame seed butter. So it's just ground sesame seeds, and it is great flavor in this recipe. It's really not optional. You could possibly use sunflower seed butter if you can't find tahini, but you're gonna find this possibly near the nut butters, or if your store has a health food section and they have a variety of nut butters there. I prefer to actually get mine from my local health food market. They have a grinder where you can grind fresh, raw tahini. So a 1/4 cup, that's gonna go right into our bowl here. And I've got this cute tiny little whisk I'm gonna use to stir this all together. To that, to give it a little bit of a cheesy taste, because we're not gonna be adding Parmesan cheese on our Caesar salad here, we are using 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This might be another unfamiliar ingredient, but don't worry, it's probably in your grocery store and you've just never looked for it. I buy mine in the bulk bins. I don't know what part of the country you're watching from, but I shop at Fred Meyer here locally. They're a Kroger company. Also, some of the more economic grocery stores, any place that has a bulk bin where you scoop out items, you can find this. And this is fine flake. They have large flake as well. It doesn't matter what kind you use for this recipe. Today, for some reason, they didn't have the large flake, but either one would work perfectly. So that's 2 tablespoons of the nutritional yeast, 2 teaspoons of brown or Dijon mustard, a 1/4 teaspoon each of salt and pepper. So those are already in my measuring cup here. And then 1 to 2 cloves of garlic. I love garlic, so I might do 2 large cloves traditionally, but this guy was pretty darn big. So I'm just gonna do 1, and I'm gonna pop it in my garlic press and just press it right into the bowl as well. So we're using some fresh garlic. If you don't have fresh garlic, you could use powdered, but whenever possible, I prefer to use fresh. And all we're gonna do is whisk that all together, and we're gonna get a nice creamy Caesar dressing. And mostly we just wanna make sure there's no lumps in our tahini. It is a nut butter or a seed butter, so it's kind of thick. And we wanna be able to drizzle this on top of our salad. So if it is thicker than you'd like, we might thin it with just a little bit more water, which I think I'm gonna do. So that's probably about another tablespoon of water that I just added. So not a lot, but enough to be able to spread this dressing. And I'm having an open wedge salad today, so I've just cut a romaine heart right down the center, and I'm gonna drizzle this on top. You could use this on any kind of greens, but I think Caesar goes really well on romaine. Okay, I think we're about there. We just want a nice smooth dressing. And since I use this nice measuring cup to mix everything in, I can also use it to pour with, so that's perfect. Again, the less dishes, the happier I am. And ignore my mess there. We're just gonna drizzle this dressing over our romaine. Perfect. You could add some other toppings to this. You could make some breadcrumbs or use packaged breadcrumbs. But here we go. This is our Caesar salad dressing on romaine. Thank you for tuning in. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video and tell me if you'd like to see more salad dressing ideas. Also, make sure to find me on the social media sites.